Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to do a little bit more work with our triangles. And we're going to be adding in a new word here that's going to be called an exterior angle. So let's just write that up here. And an exterior angle, just like we talked about alternate exterior angles in our parallel lines, exterior means outside. So this is going to be outside the triangle. And shares a side with the triangle. All right, so what are we talking about here? Let's take a look. So I'm going to start with this exterior angle right here. So this exterior angle, all right, first of all, we name it by using the letters. So this is RXY. And when I said it shares a side with the triangle, right, here's your triangle. And this side, right, the blue side right here, is the same as one of the sides of the triangle. So that's what I mean by shares a side. Okay, so that's your exterior angle. The related remote interior angles, well, what does that mean? Well, that's sounds a little weird. So, sorry, I didn't mean to move that over so much. There, okay. So the remote means that it's not touching, right? Remote, not touching them. Okay, so the angle that we just talked about right here, it touches X. It doesn't touch the Y and the Z angles. So the remote angles are angle Y and angle Z. And actually, I'm going to change the name of this one. I'm going to change this. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. Okay. Name a second. So I'm going to do this in a different color. So my second exterior angle, here it is labeled. Right, that one is angle ZYP. Its remote angles, right, the ones that are not touching it or doesn't have the vertex for it, is angle Z and angle X. Okay, a third one, here's your third one. I have to scroll back, sorry. Right, here's the third one. And that is QZX. Its remote are X and Y. It's supposed to be an angle symbol. Sorry. All right, now let's just talk about one pair. All right, I'm going to just deal with this first pair, this RXY and Y and Z. So I know, I'm going to erase for a minute. I know a couple of things. I know that the sum of the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. All right, I also know that a straight line makes 180 degrees. Right, I know that. Well, I'm going to fill in some pretend numbers. All right, these are totally pretend. I'm making them up as I go. So I'm going to pretend that angle X, I'm going to do this down here. I'm going to pretend that angle X is, we're going to call that 40 degrees. I'm going to pretend that angle Y is 60 degrees. And I'm going to pretend that angle Z, right, if I add those up, that would have to be 180 degrees. Okay, pretend, made these up. Well, do those add up to 180 degrees? Oh, I wrote 180 and it's not 80, sorry. So, do those add up to 180 degrees? Yes, they do. Okay. I also know that a straight line is 180 degrees. Correct? Yes, correct. So if angle X is 40, I can figure out what angle RXY is. RXY, right? So angle RXY has to be 180 minus angle X, minus 40, 140 degrees. Well, look what happens. So this angle, right, which is your remote or your exterior angle, is the same as angle Y plus angle Z, right? So angle RXY equals angle Y plus angle Z. RXY we figured out was 140. Y we know is 60. Z is 80. So 140 equals 140. And that happens with any exterior angle. Any exterior angle is equal to the sum of the other two angles. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. All right, find the measures of the angles. So this angle out here, this Z, I believe that's a Z because it's kind of hard to read, is equal to these two angles added together. So 14 plus 30. So 44 degrees. Okay, let's try over here. Find the measure of angle X. All right, well, angle X is right here. This is a straight line. Straight lines are supplementary. They make 180 degrees. So I have to subtract the 121. So this one's a little bit different. That should give me 59 degrees, angle X. All right, let's try down here. Let's see what this one is. So here, angle X is an exterior angle. It's outside of the triangle. So X is going to equal 44 and 32 added together, which should be 76 degrees. Over here, now we're going to go a little backwards, right? Here I have my exterior angle, 129, and that has to equal the other two added together, X plus 45. Well, we solved the equations a long time ago in 7th grade. I know to get X by itself, I have to subtract 45. So a little bit different because I had one on the outside, and that should be 84 degrees is angle X. All right, so a little bit of a different relationship, still using our triangles. Now we're also talking about exterior angles. So any questions? As always, bring them to class and have a good night.